So there's been a bit of an Amazon sale on this July, and I've treated myself to this Blu-ray box set. So it is the 6-disc edition of the classic I Spit on Your Grave. And I have no idea what's inside this, so I've ripped this a little bit so that I can get into it. But we're going to have a look. I mean, for a 6-film set, this is quite a big physical box, isn't it? So I'm hoping that the packaging inside is quite fancy. Let's have a look. It's wrapped in cellophane. It's cost me, I think, about £18 or something. It wasn't overly pricey for a 6-disc Blu-ray set. Let's throw that paper out of the way. So what we've got here, let's have a look at the packaging. So it opens at the top. I always worry that when I'm doing these videos, I will somehow rip the packaging and then I'll look like an absolute moron by doing it. So it's not the easiest package to get into, I'll give it out. Let me try and get in the bottom, just instead. Never usually a fan of these. Oh, there we go. So it isn't fancy packaging, it's actually individual Blu-rays. Let's have a look at what we get in here. Right, so firstly, not a huge fan of that box. I was hoping it would be some big fancy gatefold thing. So what we get is we get 1, 2, 3. We get 5 discs inside this, so it's a 6-film set. Well, yeah, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's a 5-film set plus a documentary. So, disc number 1, the I Spit on Your Grave. Now this is a 2-disc set, this one. It does feature a whole bunch of new content. Because I've not opened this until now, obviously I haven't watched the content. On here is probably one of the best making of documentaries I've seen for quite a while. It's definitely on the list. It's Growing Up with I Spit on Your Grave, and it is by Terry Zacchi, whose dad was the director and creator of the first I Spit on Your Grave movie. And Terry also has a little cameo in the film. He's one of the kids sitting at the petrol pump, so you'll remember him. I had Terry on the podcast a few years ago, but time flies. I bet it's more than I remember it being, but he's such a nice guy. And what I'll do at the end of this video, you know, when it comes up and it pops up, do you want to watch this video? I'll link in the conversation I had with Terry, because we delve right into not only his making of this documentary, but also the legacy of the I Spit on Your Grave thing as well. So it's quite an interesting thing. What we also get on this disc, there are audio commentaries by writer-director Miyazaki and film critic Joe Bob Briggs. We do love Joe Bob, don't we? He's amazing. Extra footage, why Zacchi made I Spit on Your Grave, 1978. That is a fascinating story, actually. Terry Zacchi, 8mm film with Camille Keaton. So the Growing Up with I Spit on Your Grave is a feature-length documentary, and I rented it separately on Amazon when it came out, because I love these making-ofs and look-backs at movies. Whether you love or whether you hate this film, it is iconic. It was iconic in the whole video nasty era for those in the UK. That was a big thing. The film itself, it's a love it or hate it film. It's not the sort of film you would sit down with a big bucket of popcorn and watch. It is about a woman who is repeatedly attacked and then just turns the tables on the attackers for the duration of the film and dispatches them in very creative ways, shall we say. It's a very grainy looking film, but it's meant to be. It has that sort of Texas Chainsaw, Last House on the Left type gritty, nasty feel to it. To say I like the first one is probably not correct. I appreciate the first one, and it is a film I've seen a few times over the years. And yeah, but it's not one, it doesn't sit in my top 100. It's not a feel-good movie by any means, but it is a piece of movie history. So this is a good set for that one, 2-disc set. We then get the remake from 2010, which is a film I haven't seen. So I can't really tell you too much about it. I'm guessing they've upped the brutality more. Obviously, visually, it probably looks better as well. I would suspect it does. the same storyline where a woman is attacked and then dispatches the people. Extras on this, there is a little featurette, The Revenge of Jennifer, and the original US promotion radio spots, etc. So there's not too many features on this. Special feature running time is 16 minutes. Film itself runs for 103, single disc. Yeah. Then we get I Spit on Your Grave 2 from 2013. I'm guessing the remake did quite well. Special features on this are just deleted scenes. So I don't know what the deleted scenes are. I haven't even seen this film. So this will be something that I'll watch at some point. I did read a review about the I Spit on Your Grave box set, and it was saying after you've watched all 5 films, I don't think I'll be watching these 5 films back to back. I think the subject matter is something that I may watch like one every few weeks or something, and then gradually build up to checking all the features out. We got that one, single disc again. We end up with I Spit on Your Grave 3, Vengeance is Mine. Special features on this, doesn't seem to be any. The film runs for 88 minutes. Yeah, what is it to say about a film that doesn't have any special features? But, you know. And then we get this one, which I have seen. I do like that cover art. It looks very sort of black and whitey, photography, cool but dangerous sort of look about it. I Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu. Tagline, like mother, like daughter. This sees the return of Camille Keaton into the role she played in the first film. And also in this movie is Jamie Bernadette, who's really good in this movie. This is an unusual one because if you look at I Spit on Your Grave 3, 88 minutes. I Spit on Your Grave 2, 100 minutes. I Spit on Your Grave remake, 103 minutes. I Spit on Your Grave original is, can't find a running time on that, but it's something like 80 minutes or 90 minutes. Then we get I Spit on Your Grave Deja Vu, which came out in 2019, so this is the most modern of the films. Now the running time on this one, I kid you not, 148 minutes. This is 2.5 hours of an I Spit on Your Grave movie. Now, when I first saw this film, I checked out the running time. I thought, that can't be right. Why would a I Spit on Your Grave movie need to be 2.5 hours? That is not the sort of thing that would need. It's not historical epic or anything. It doesn't need to be 2.5 hours. But I watched the film and it was in fact 2.5 hours. And it fills out the 2.5 hours. It has this, it still keeps the low, gritty, nasty, gnarly feel that you would expect from a movie called I Spit on Your Grave. But it just also feels more epic. It seems to be a bigger world in it, so it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It is brutal, but it is worth watching. Now, special features on this, we get 164 minutes of special features, apparently. So 2.5 hours, including there's an audio commentary by Joe Bob Briggs. There we go, that's that one. And then behind the scenes with Miyazaki. I would love to be able to rank these films best to worst, but I've only seen 2 of them. I've seen the original one and I've seen Deja Vu. I would say both those are worth watching. These 3 couldn't tell you in the slightest. But it's a good box set. It is a tricky one because it's not. There's a certain stigma attached to these movies, understandably. I don't think they're the sort of films where you'd do a video going, hey, the best movies in the world are these. I love these movies. Give me more of these, because they are nasty and brutal and gnarly. But they are also, certainly this one, it is part of film history. So when I saw this box set on sale on Amazon, I thought, you know what, I'm going to pick it up. Not so much for the movies, more the special features. I do love commentaries, and a lot of the commentaries on this set or on the original and Deja Vu are exclusive to the Blu-ray set as well. It is a little bit disappointing that this is just the packaging, that it isn't like a gatefold thing. I would rather have had a big fancy cardboard box where you pop the discs in, but I guess this is why it's quite a low cost set. So around the 20 quid mark, you can probably get it. You probably get a little bit cheaper than that, but if you do like to collect your horror and you want to get like 5 films, 6 discs, then you could do a lot worse than picking up this set. So this video was recorded in July, so it was on Amazon, it was on sale. Looking for the information this morning about what years the films came out. It's pretty much for sale in most places, HMV, Zavi, etc. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. And if you've not subscribed, I would love it if you could, because it helps my numbers.